A question on the phone. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling lost. I don't know what to do. It's the question on the phone here on Instagram. So someone's written me. They're feeling down, they're feeling lost. They don't know what to do. Durianrider, please help me. What does that say? What does that say? Seriously. Like, if you live in the Western system, you're on Instagram asking for someone for advice. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. You got it fucking pretty good, eh? You got it really good. This is going to be a tough love, straight up honest video. You got it so fucking good. You know, you got it so good, man. And I do. And everyone does. All of us here watching this video, we got it so good. Half the world lives on less than $2 a day US. Half the world lives on less than $2 a day US. So if you're earning poverty line income, if you've got the shit kicker job at Starbucks, cleaning toilets or whatever, collecting cans, and you're like minimum wage, going, in USA, it's really tough, you know, need a break, Gary V, do you know how to help me out, man? You know, slice socks. Nah, because you're still earning fucking way more money. What are you earning, $6 an hour? That's 3 days wage for most people in the world. In 1 hour, you're earning 3 days wage. Alright? So it's all about perspective, isn't it? It's all about perspective, context. Context is huge. People are, it costs more to live in the USA. You can live homeless in the USA. I've lived homeless in the USA before. I bike packed, cycle toured from Seattle down to LA. It's fucking awesome, mate. You know? You just live on the bike, ride around. I've got a bike. You don't got a bike, man. You got problems. You know, so if you can ride a bike, get a bike. So this person's feeling lost. That's a really, really common emotional feel if we're focusing on ourselves. Life's hard for me. This is really tough. Someone did this to me, blah, blah. And hey, we all go through that. Yeah, we all go through that. We all go through challenges in life. Someone happened to you as a kid or an adult, or someone burned you or did this or that or blah, 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 blah. Well, it happens to everyone. It happens to me. It happens to you. It's going to happen again. It's just part of life. Whether or not we're going to dwell on that is another story, you know? It's another story. It's things happen in life, but if we dwell on them and we get obsessed about me, versus what can I do to help the planet, a bigger purpose, a greater purpose, then that's instantly going to feel better. Because what we focus on is how we feel. Last 2 weeks ago, we had some deaths in the family here. Schnitzel and Cece got hit by cars in 3 nights difference there. Just totally random. Hit by cars, dead. And beautiful little cats. And I shed a fair few tears. And every time I think about it, you know, you're expecting Schnitzel to walk through the door or Cece to cuddle up, and it feels sad. And so I could instantly feel that sadness again and again if I just keep focusing on that. Or I can go, okay, it's very unfortunate, you know, it is what it is, and focus on something else. Because the cats would want me feeling sad or whatever. Or maybe when my dad died in 2009, you know, it was a sad day for me as well. But it's like if I can dwell on that for the rest of my life, you know, hit the booze, hit the drugs and do all that shit and be a victim. Or I can be a champion and live in memory of the cats or your dad or your mum or whoever maybe isn't physically here right now. Alright, so there's so many ways to live life, and it's just a choice in the moment to live a life of, you know, blessed feelings, you know, blissful. Sounds all spiritual woo, but it's solely true. It's just a choice in the moment, you know. I can sit on this. It's like YouTube videos. I can do a video about anything. I can do a video about all the fuckwits I've had in my life, all the social climbers, the narcs, and the total fucking the quack jobs out there. And I do some of those, do a video like that, just to love me to steam or just to show people what someone's about or whatever. But I don't dwell on that longer than a few minutes every now and then. You know, thinking, what was I thinking, man? Giving that person my time, letting them into my life, giving them a shit. What was I thinking? You know. And so I look back at it with at the time, a lot of frustration, disappointment, a bit of sadness. But now it's just like, man, what was I thinking? I was in fucking la land, giving that person a chance. So you got to have some humor there. And if you have that unconditional humor in life, that's a really fucking strong way to live, man. And that's why I don't need or use any of these prescription meds that people get dished out by psychiatrists or doctors or psychologists or whatever. You know, the antidepressants, the mind control drugs. Like, you control this if you want to. If you don't, then don't, and then take a little pill, make someone else rich. You get the side effects, you get the negatives, And look at the side effects these drugs have. Look at them all. One of the most common side effects is weight gain, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, lack of sex drive, and if you're a guy, a lip dick. And it's like, what guy in the world is going to feel better at himself doing this shit? It's fucked, man. So you've got to decide, am I going to be a man and control my own thoughts? Am I going to be a woman, a mature woman, and control my own thoughts? Immaturity and maturity, emotionally, the difference is immature means you can't control your emotions. You're like, that's like me sometimes. Mature means you can control your emotions. You have more control. A very mature person is very mature. She's very mature. Emotionally very, very mature means control of thoughts and emotions. And so if you're lost, there's about, 7 billion people on the planet who are lost as well. Pretty much everybody's lost. Everybody's stuck in that status quo. Even the $2 a day people, they're like, I've got to get out of this, and I've got to have that, got to get a car and a house, and I've got to get some food, I've got to get some protein, I've got to get some meat. You got people who aren't starving and they live on $2 a day, and maybe they are really, really happy, they're really simple living, and then one day they hear, you need meat for protein. For your kids, you need meat, and you need milk. And so they earn their $2 a day, they're in that bliss. This is rice and a bit of fruit and a bit of greens and $2 a day. It's pretty basic combination. It's a piece of tin we got from a tsunami, and we've got a coconut tree nearby for some coconuts. And it's just how you decide about it. Even my cough with this cat fur. That's a real test as well of my faith of positive attitude. I've had times where I've been struggling to breathe, in my own little house because of the pussycats. And I don't whinge about it. I'm just like, go outside or go for a ride or do something, change the state. Ask my wife if I need to. So, but when it comes to thoughts, so you got this person, $2 a day, living basic, and then they hear, and you need protein, you need meat. And now all of a sudden, their brain's like, shit, status quo. The status quo alarm girls is like, I've got to worship the God of public opinion, I've got to provide my family meat. And this is happening in Africa, in Asia, India, all around the world. People are like, I need meat, need milk, need protein. And the more educated they get by the status quo, the more depression they have, because they're like, well, I don't have this, I don't have a gold watch, I don't have a car, I don't have the latest car, I don't have the latest Ferrari, and I don't have the latest bling carbon bike, and all, So it's just on and on and on and on and on. It's just the whole system, the whole economy is about getting people chased. That's why I don't bring out new models of bikes. I just have the bike, all right? I'm going to bring out a new bike every year, because that's just bullshit, man. This is good enough as it is. If we can get a better design maybe down the track, but I can't think of something better than this for a gravel bike. Maybe something with a bottom bracket specific chainstay, maybe, a mountain bike specifics rather. But we have this whole system about chasing it. So if you're lost in society, it's because you're stuck in that rut, the status quo, the NWO, whatever you want, conspiracy, whatever you want to talk about. I just say it's just the corporation saying, bro, buy my shit you don't need. Work in a job you hate to buy shit you don't need to impress people you don't even really like. They don't give a fuck about you. Do it now. And so you're in that reality of just like, oh my God, who the fuck is this? Who's my friend? Who even gives a fuck about me? Blah, blah, blah. Give a fuck about yourself. And the more you care about yourself, the more you'll attract like-minded people. And you'll attract some toxic fucks as well, but that's just part of life. That's a first world problem right there. And so then you have this person who's like, I need meat, I need protein, and then now they need $3 a day. So now they've got to, get more in the grind. And that's just the world. So you can stay in that little status quo bubble, or you can go, hang on, how much do I really need to live? Not that much, I can earn money, I can earn a decent living, doing good things, I can be picking up trash, I can volunteer at a church, or I can help with homeless people in Rwanda, or I can do a lot of things here. I can work in factory work, in a bicycle store, cleaning bikes, I can recycle cans, there's so many environmentally conscious jobs we can do out there that earn a basic amount of money. I mean, some of them are quite a fair bit amount of money, more money than you probably need. It's like, do you want it or not? Do you want a different lifestyle, or do you want to be stuck in the rut? That's the question. You go, what do you want? Do you want a better life of being part of the environmental change, or do you want to be part of the environmental destruction? Okay, here we go. This is fucking simple. Do you want to be part of the environmental solution, which is a great place to be in because you feel like you're doing something worthwhile, or do you want to be part of the environmental pollution, Kylie Jenner, lip injections, fucking just total meaningless bullshit, but implant, like, just shit that's too far extreme. Get some surgery if you want, whatever, but just this whole, it's fucking crazy, man. Even those next door neighbours that had a party on today, the kids are singing, they're maybe 15 or 16, and they're singing the verses of the song. They know the verses. And I feel like putting my head over the fence and go, motherfuckers, you guys sing good, but you know what the cause of diabetes is? What's the insulin receptor site? What's insulin? What? Fat paralyzes insulin? What? Just, So the status quo is all about just drumming into the kids early on, give them some alcohol, give them some music, they're dancing around, the parents don't give them a nightclub, give them some cocaine, and now all of a sudden they're like, fucking, this is living, man. This is fucking living. Fuck their parents, fuck those boring fun duds or whatever. This is fucking living. And then before you know it, you're 25 or you're 30 and you're getting some wrinkles, you're getting a few grey hairs or whatever's, or you're getting some bulge going on, you get a dad body, getting some Oprah arms, a bit of jiggle. And then you're like, oh, I need this and this and that. And that's how they just trap you in, man. There's like a big Venus flytrap. It's like, just trapping you in your brain. It's just like, and it's like, oh, I can't escape this emotional prison. You can. It's just a choice in the fucking moment. It's like instant. The one cool thing about emotions and thoughts is you can just change them instantly. Big tsunami comes running through here right now. I'm putting this camera, I'm running, man. I ain't going to finish this video. I'm fucking outie, bro. I'm outie. Because my thoughts have changed. Okay, this video isn't a priority anymore. Saving my life or Natasha and the cats is more of a priority. So you guys on YouTube, sayonara, senorita. It's just instantly we change our thoughts all the time, and people say, I don't have no control of my thoughts. And fuck, that's bullshit, man. That's such bullshit. I've proven that many times with people having panic attacks or anxiety attacks at airport. I saw one guy, I've done this story many times, or the lady on the side of the road, or even friends. I remember one guy, this guy in Adelaide called Mike. They call him Cleopatra. He was right up Norton Summit. We were doing I was pacing for TT, and he goes, Harley, I'm having a panic attack. I start laughing and I said, what the fuck, dude? You fucking pussy. Think of the kids in fucking the refugee camps around the world. Harden the fuck up, you fucking pussy. And that just like, just shook him out of it, and he kept going, But I just pissed myself laughing. Are you serious, you pussy ass bitch? And that just totally changed his state. He probably got normally pissed off, which is better than being in anxiety. That's just such a beta. That's just such a beta reality being, isn't it? I'm having a panic attack. I'm riding my Cannondale, had turn up Mount Norton Summit, and I'm in a panic. It's like, come on, man, that's fucking beta. That's so beta. But hey, this is the world we live in. These dudes doing drugs and all sorts of stuff, and then that, there's another thing. It's a huge thing as well. Got this down here. I had this since 2012. Got sent out by High Five for you. I never used them, obviously. It's called Sports Fuel. It's got a fair bit of caffeine in there. I'll have it one day. I haven't had it. It's been there for maybe 7 years. It's probably fully carcinogenic now. This one's called Moderate Caffeine, and this one's called High Caffeine. It's called the Extreme. So I'm a pretty caffeine sensitive person. I very rarely use it because I understand it is a drug. Caffeine's a drug. It's a neurotoxin. Look it up. It's not a nutrient. Sugar's a nutrient. People say sugar's a drug. No, sugar's a fucking nutrient. Glucose is a nutrient. Fructose is a nutrient. Caffeine, cocaine, Ritalin, all these things, they're drugs. They're drugs. And so, I don't find I do really good on these things. So I have them very, very rarely. And because the next day, you're feeling more like a little bit depressed, a little bit bitchy or whiny or anxious or whatever. And I don't feel like feeling that at all. So I understand that if I do consume a caffeine or something like that, the next day it's probably a little bit, a bit more melancholy. I understand that, and I roll with it. But a lot of people don't understand that. They're taking these drugs, these caffeines or whatever, even party drugs, and then not understand these things are doing damage to them, especially if they do them late nights and just not enough sleep and water, sugar, and alcohol maybe, so there's blood pressure on the brain, and, it's just crazy stuff. So they're damaging their brain, and the serotonin uptake, modulation and all the dopamine and stuff like that, they're damaging it. And they're not understanding why. Then they go to get depression, they go see a doc, and then they get these drugs, and it's just like, man, like the brain chemistry is getting all fried from the drugs they're putting into their body. So the number one thing I tell people is get off all drugs. Whether you're on caffeine or Ritalin or Adderall or cocaine or what, just get off everything, alcohol, just have anything and just crash down, all right? Crash down to your baseline. And then go out in the side, get some sunshine, smash in the sugar, smash in the fruit, smash in the white rice for dinner, soy sauce, veggies, go to bed early, get up with the birds, get the full body naked sun, and just go from baseline up, just purifying the body, and in a way that you get enough calories, so not a fucking space cadet going further downhill. We see that all the time in the raw food world or whatever. See people doing juice fasts or dry fasts or like watermelon island, and they go into the spiritual la woo-woo, which it is schizophrenia land, and that's a really bad place to be. So you don't want to go there. You want to go baseline. You don't want to go further down the fucking hill, and get up in a lockdown facility, which I see every few months. There's someone in the vegan scene or the raw food scene or the keto scene or the paleo scene that I know personally ends up locked up. Some of them I never ever hear from them again. So I'm not sure if they committed suicide or they're permanently locked up or what. Some of them just go totally AWOL. I remember a guy in Thailand, he got busted for heroin and he got maybe a 10 or 15 year sentence. So he'd be in prison still now. And this is a guy who wrote to me via YouTube back in the day when he messaged on YouTube. He's like, Harley, what do I do? And I said, bro, you're doing heroin in Thailand, man, you're dancing with fire, bro. You got to stop now. We're going to be in prison or whatever. And he didn't listen to that. Bang, in prison. Another guy hanged himself in Koh Phangan, Thailand, 2009. So, didn't listen to my advice. I don't know, I'm trying to listen to my advice as best as I can, because fucking shit works. So there you go. So you're feeling lost is because you're choosing to be in that status quo world. You're feeling down because you're comparing yourself to other people or comparing yourself to where your parents want you to be, or maybe where you think you should be, but why do you even want to be there? What does it even matter if you got abs or a hot girlfriend or a hot boyfriend or heaps of money in the bank? And all those things, sort of novel, it's sort of cool, it's good at times, but it doesn't make you happy. Anything that makes you happy is your choice to be happy. The happiness is just a choice. Happiness isn't determined by money or health, or if you've got 2 arms or 2 legs, or a massive set of knockers, or a violent set of teeth, or small, whatever. It's not determined by that, because there's plenty of people who killed themselves who had amazing physiques, or shit tons of money, or a family that really loved them, and they still killed themselves. Robin Williams, a great example of that. Robin Williams, biggest failure in the comedy world, made everybody laugh except for themselves. He could walk into any nightclub, pull pretty much any chick because of his status, money, fame, and comedy. He could walk around anywhere and get total praise all the fucking time. He could probably walk through a town and get like 1,000 selfies. Robin. So unlimited praise. He was addicted to prescription drugs and alcohol because he wouldn't carb the fuck up. That's primarily alcohol. You're not eating enough carbohydrates, so you go to the bottle, and your body starts to go, give me alcohol for carbs because we're getting them. That's a huge one, man. People go, no, it's not true. It fucking is true, man. I've never met an alcoholic in my life who eats enough carbohydrates during the day. Never met them. Cyclists, so many cyclists are booze hounds. And you see them, they're like low carbon here and blah, 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 blah. And then hitting the piss or fucking whiskey, the bourbon and coke and all that stuff. Vodkas, just carbon up on the alcohol. So Robin Williams, great example, had all that money and everything. Just what did Robin Williams not have? He had health. He had everything. But he didn't have a deep sense of purpose of why he's on the planet. To share, to make a difference. He was caught up in the money and the status quo and the dramas and all the bullshit. And that made him feel, just like his life wasn't worth nothing. And then he fucking killed himself. So don't tell me that, if I just had that, I'd be happy. No. That's the biggest fucking lie ever. Because that's why all these people kill themselves, is because they think, if I get that, Robin Williams like, if I get the Oscar for comedy, I'll be happy. If I get the Oscar for being serious in a movie, I'll be happy. Or if I get like 5 Oscars or whatever, I'll be happy. If I make $200 million, I'll be happy. So this guy gets all these things. If I slam a different chick every single month, every single day for 6 months, then I'll be happy. Dude had it all. Still killed himself. All right? Happiness is just a choice in the moment. What makes me happy? Attitude of gratitude. Just being grateful in my life. Just being, I get off on just helping people. Help making life a better place for the people around me. That gives me a sense of purpose. I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, fuck. This morning example, woke up, didn't really have much sleep, had a bit of cat allergy. Fuck it. Woke up, all right, today's, I've got a running race on every Saturday, do the park run Torrens. People want to see the vegan, they want to beat the vegan or see the vegan. That's my job. Boom, Sunday morning, it's autopilot. Get there normally late, not enough time for Walmart, get off the bike, run, do the race, contribute. So if I'm contributing, then I'm grateful and I'm happy. If I'm contributing to a spider pulling out of the house or feeding a cockroach or whatever, then I'm happy. And you don't want to be that cockroach in society getting trapped and eaten by the spider of the status quo. Just that web face, just get wrapped up. Today I helped a redback spider find a new home. It was caught in one of my bike tires. And I saw a redback spider, picked it up, made a video about it, contributed to the people to show them spiders aren't so bad, don't kill them. But they're part of the system. And boom, put it over a new little house. And that felt good. People say, why would you kill the cockroach? Give the cockroach to the spider. I never step on a cockroach. I'd never ever step on a cockroach. But feeding a cockroach to a spider, we need more spiders, in my belief. Spiders eat the cockroaches, less pesticide in the cockroaches. People see a cockroach and they fucking spray shit. Generally, spiders are quite hidden out of view. People that spray, but cockroaches, they'll crawl everywhere. On your dishes, on your hands, on your face, blah, blah. The cockroaches are fine. But if I see a cockroach, I feed it to a spider most of the time. Because the neighbours I live on are fucking chemical addicts. Spraying shit. So if there's cockroaches coming out of my house, then there's going to be more pesticides. So it's a bit of collateral damage there. Sorry, my roach friends. But I feel it's a great sense of contribution of just making the environment a little bit better. So, and yeah, this is the thing is people get so caught up in all these rules. Why they have to, all these rules before they can be happy. Let's use Robin Williams again. Great example. American passport, famous man, getting unlimited pussy, family loved him, everything that most guys want. Still killed himself. He had so many rules before he could be happy, and he probably never was happy. That's why he's on the grog to get the carbs to get some sustenance, and on the meds, prescription meds, party drugs, etc., to feel some sort of buzz. Imagine that. You got so many rules, what it takes to be happy. I've got one rule. I have to be alive. If I'm alive, I'm happy. You know? And it'll be varying levels of happiness. Maybe I'll be a little bit happy but pissed here and there, but happy in general. Or maybe I'll be like happy but a little like, oh come on, like a little bit, let's get something done, motivated, but happy in general. Because I have fuck all rules what it takes me to be happy, and that's a huge one. The less rules you have, the more happy you'll be. And then people say, well, don't have any rules at all, just sit around smoking cigarettes, get fat. Yeah, but smoking cigarettes pollutes the fucking air, and you can get fat if you want to. But I like feeling lean. Certain body parts work better when you're lean. It just feels better. So I'd be, if I was happy, let's say I had to be 120 kilos, I just had some genetic issue, someone cast a spell on me, and I was 120 kilos. I'm like, cool, I'll be happy with that. I'll be testing bikes and see if I can handle 120 kilos of blood. So it's just whatever, man, spin it to win it. And obviously there's going to be times where it's going to be challenging, like when little Schnitzel got killed the other week. I was crying. I was in the vet and picking him up and carried him home under my arm, and it was a teary day. And I was sad. I was like, man, I couldn't work out why that happened. I'm like, why? I mean, CC on the Friday night, Schnitzel on the Monday night. Why is this happening? What's going on here? Like, did someone kill him? Is it an accident? What's going on? This is totally random. Totally random. What's the lesson there? And I thought there could be some sort of lesson. And I don't know what really lesson is, but I think maybe the lesson could be that Schnitzel was such a loving, caring cat, always affectionate. That's when we loved that about him. And same with CC. That's just life's short, so don't fuck around. Don't miss out, man. Doing what you want to do in life. Like, do it. Fuck your parents. Fuck your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. If people are holding you back, and you know it's the right thing to do, then just do it, man. Just fucking do it. As simple as that. If you feel lost, help the environment. Do I need to give you a list of how many things you can do to help the environment? That's what we're humans on the planet for, man. We're stewards of the fucking planet. We're stewards of the planet. And it's the most depressed people I've ever met are the ones who are the most environmentally toxic. They're smoking cigarettes, they're like flying it in their car, they're like trying to V8 fucking cyclists. They're just like eating heaps of meat, fucking T-bone, keto, carnivore, fucking pills, fucking beer, blah. And they're so fucking depressed. They're like the most toxic for the environment. And they're just out of it, man. They're never fucking sober for 1 second of the day. It's like fucking wake up, light up, blaze, pill, drink. Never fucking sober. Out of it, man. Just they're so depressed. They hate themselves so much. They hate sobriety. It's going to be high constantly. And that's environmental toxicity. And then you have hippies like me who are like, man, I was looking at a spider book before in life. I was just looking at spiders. Just like, fuck, these spiders are epic. You know, if you've got a love for nature, man, that's going to be the best drug ever. You never really feel depressed very long. And you'll never be able to dwell on depression because you'll be like, oh, the skies are so amazing. The yasmin flowers smell so good. The breeze on my face. You know, got the joy of movement. It's like, man, it's all about perspective. And I recommend carving up. Maybe listen to some Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins got a great lot of content on YouTube. He's been a big inspiration of mine over the years. Listen to thousands of hours of Tony Robbins stuff. On repetition. I cycled across Australia in December 2005. Cycled across Australia with a 1 gig MP3 player. And I had 2 tracks in it. I had Doug Graham about fruit and fructose and shit. And I had Tony Robbins about, you know, the power of now, or just, you know, the giant within, stuff like that. You know, and I just listened to them on fucking repeat. Literally every single day, 10 to 12 hours a day. Actually, sometimes I was like, fuck, get out of my ears. And half an hour later, I'm back in my ears, you know. On fucking 1 gig, back in the 1 gig days. And now we have, you know, my phone's 256 gig. And I often listen to the same shit again and again. And people in the videos, I'll teach you something new. This is teach you something new, man. This is boring. I'm like, bro, this is the same shit, man. Same shit. You don't know this yet. That's why you're still depressed, fat, and overweight. This is the information you need, bro. It's not some magical shit, man. This is like the fundamentals. The fundamentals. When you do the fundamentals, life is more fun. It's less mental. I want more fun. I don't want to feel mental. Fundamentals. Fun first, a little bit of mental here. People are going mental, trying to get some fun in their life because they're not, you know, not respecting their bodies. They're listening to the keto, carnivore, low carb bullshit. They're trying to, they live in the status quo. Look at this, I live in a fucking dog box, man. I love it, though. You know what I mean? I love it. It's got fucking redback spiders. I haven't mowed the grass for 5 years. There's never been a lawnmower in here. Lawnmowers are banned here. What am I doing with praying mantises and spiders and feral cats? But I love it. A lot of people couldn't come here. I had a girlfriend's mum one time. She's a lawyer, you know, out of shape, blah, blah, blah. It's not getting personal, but and she stood at the gate. She's like, I'm not going in there. And I'm like, I'm not. It's like snakes or whatever. Which you probably shouldn't want to be seen in such a squalor as this. That person got a lot of depression, you know, a lot of depression. And it's because, it doesn't make them a bad person or whatever. I'm just using it as an example. If you're so scared of nature, you know, my grandma was the same. You know, she was just so scared of nature, bugs or spiders or snakes or like, oh, mess, you know, long grass or whatever. Same with my step-grandpa. He was like, leaves. There's leaves on the lawn. He was freaking out, you know. So it's fucking crazy, man. I was the same when I was like, you know, 12 or whatever. I was like, I had a mark on my shirt. Where, oh, there's a scratch on my shirt. There's a scratch on my bottom. Oh. Fucking hell, man. Seriously, some of the shit we get frazzled about is crazy, man. It's crazy. I still have to catch myself sometimes, you know, overreacting to that stuff. It doesn't really fucking matter. A friend of mine died. A friend of ours died in Thailand recently, Lersak. He was a Thai national, had a crash in a bicycle race, and unfortunately died, passed on. And the dude was a legit guy. Like, you know, he's one of those people who you ask a favour from, boom, he's there for you. You know what I mean? I've turned people's lives around, given them a fucking career, everything, help them overcome eating disorders, whatever. Ask them to pick up a parcel from the post office, which is a few hundred metres down from the house. Can't do it. No. And you got guys like Lersak. I'm like, asking favours, or like asking, what does this mean in Thai, or translate this, or can you pick this up, blah, 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 or whatever. And he's just like, boom, done. You know? Never even asked for a favour from me. But he knows if he did, I'll be there for him. If he wanted something shipped to Australia, if he needed a place to stay, boom, I've got his back. He's got mine. And so unfortunately, he passed away. And but he passed away doing what he loved. You know, and it's still very, very sad to think about it. That he did die. It's just like, it's crazy because I was talking to him on Facebook a few days beforehand. So it's a big reminder that life's fucking short, man, and your moment could be any time. You can check off the planet. So you don't have any time to be, oh, I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. I mean, you can do that if you want, but man, that's gonna be wasting lifetime. You know, so just get over shit quick, vent yourself, But even then, you know, like, do you even need to talk about it? You know, maybe if your life's on social media, people saying this, blah blah. Okay, clear your name or whatever. But you really need to repeat it in your head over and over and over. No, you don't. You know, you don't. You're just going to waste yourself. You're going to prematurely age yourself. You're going to give you some grey hairs earlier than you need to, or whatever. So just think about that. You know, what is your life about? I say your life should be about the environment. You know, because everyone needs the environment, man. I need fresh air. You need fresh air. We need clean water. We need food with less pesticides. We need houses and shit with less pesticides. We need that. You know, does anyone need more pesticides? No. So there's so many jobs out there to do for the environment. You know, collecting cans, picking up trash, fucking all sorts of stuff. Removing snakes in people's houses, removing raccoons in people's houses. Like, I'll catch a raccoon for $5 and I'll ship it down the road. I'll do it for free. And I'll make a YouTube video about it. And there's always ways to make money. You know, and volunteering, and how much money do you really need? You can camp out, you can be homeless. I've done these things and I have no problems going back to that. You know, if it's just, you can do it, man. You can definitely do it. If I was single and let's say I lost everything today, financially wise, I'd be like, all right, fuck, I'm going bikepacking, motherfuckers. I'm going bikepacking. I'll be grabbing this phone. I'm like, I'm going across Australia. I'm going everywhere. You know, no, you got no passport. You're not going to Thailand ever again. Okay, I'm going to explore every fucking road in Australia on my bike. I'm going to vlog it. I'm going to eat out of bins. I'm going to eat off fruit trees. I'm going to have $2 a day for sugar and water. And I'm just going to fucking live the fucking dream. And I'll make money along the way because people are like, man, this dude's fucking crazy. I'll buy your book. I'll chip in here. I'll give you $5 for a bag of fucking rice. Like, you know, people are like, this is cool, man, whatever. You know, because you're out there doing what you want to do. So, grab some pussy. Oh. Baby, this is Malay's cat. Say good day, Malay's. Malay's got a little bit of anxiety. A little chops. Malay's cat. So, you know, you gotta have fun in life, you know, without drugs. If you need pills to have fun, then you're losing already. All right? Take some pills if you want to down the track or whatever, experiment and stuff like that. But if you're relying on those, then that's a bad way to live. Very bad way to live. Sober is always going to be the best. Be sober 99% of the time in life. There you go. 99% of the time, be sober. 100% for a few years. And have a bender. Just kidding. No, seriously. If you're young as well, I know people smoking dope every day or whatever. So don't do that, man. You're young. Your brain's still forming. Don't do that. Alcohol every weekend. Don't do that. Late nights all the time, young. Don't do that, man. Your brain is still forming. Right? Now when you're my age, 42, you can fuck yourself up, but don't do it when you're still growing, your hormones are still setting in. Don't do it, man. You know, your dick's still, teenage guys, your dick's still growing, man. Don't fuck it up by doing drugs. Seriously.